I cannot stop playing Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is one of those games that I've always heard about, but continuously scrolled past when looking for something new to play. I always heard people enjoyed it, but it was always just that. They enjoyed it and very little detail beyond that. In fact, I had no idea what the gameplay even looked like. Then, a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine received his copy of the Slay the Spire board game, and we got a group together to give it a shot, and we had a great time, which got me thinking I should really give the video game a shot, and instantly, I was hooked. Because of the one time playing the board game, I had a baseline understanding in the mechanics of the game, which did give me a little bit of a head start as I tried my first run. For those of you who don't know, Slay the Spire is a card based roguelike game where you get to build your deck of cards as you continue on through your run, and returns back to the base set whenever you die. You'll battle your way through the different acts, collecting new cards, potions, and relics to help you defeat the enemies. In terms of gameplay, I found it to be extremely fast paced, considering it's a turn based game that uses cards. I was expecting more waiting, but to my surprise, the smooth animations kept me engaged in the game the entire time. It never really feels like there's any downtime, even when I'm out of combat as I'm strategizing what route to take or trying to figure out what card to upgrade. Each attempt, the game will generate a game board for you to follow, and you can strategize which route is best for you. You can attack normal enemies, elites, rest or upgrade a card at campfires, purchase items at a shop, or take your chances at the question mark locations. Here, any number of things can happen. Maybe a random enemy will attack you. Maybe you'll be given the chance to exchange health for a large sum of money in a risk reward scenario, and it's up to you to pick which direction you want to go. When you're in combat, you'll be able to see all the information necessary to help you achieve victory. You can look at your current potions as well as your current relics. You can see what stat changes you and your opponents may have, and you can even see if they intend to attack you this turn or not, as well as for how much damage. Personally, I think this is a great idea as you can make the most informed decisions for your turns, and as you progress through the areas, you're gonna need all the advantages you can get. In Slay the Spire, there are four characters to choose from, although only one unlocked at the beginning. Each character feels entirely different, with completely different strategies to make use of each character's specialties. While I'm still actively playing through with each character, I would say currently my favorite character to play as is the Silent, who can build up massive amounts of poison damage against the enemies, although I'm currently trying to figure out the best ways to win runs with the Defect. Because the game has such a large amount of different cards you can gain in a run, as well as a wide array of relics to obtain, each run, even with the same character, can feel completely different. Sometimes you end up accumulating a ton of attacking cards, and you feel like you're going through the enemies with ease. But then, one strong enemy makes you realize you don't have enough blocking cards to survive this one fight. It becomes a balancing act. Do I claim the card that does a ton of damage, or do I take the card that might help me survive and fight another round? As a starting baseline, you can use 3 energy each round, which can be adjusted depending on cards, relics, and potions played. But there's nothing worse than realizing you played a high damage card that took 2 energy, and now you have 1 play left, and there's no way you can block all the incoming damage. Knowing what cards you have left in your deck, what debuffs the enemies have inflicted upon you, and what type of move they're going to do next allows you to strategize the best you can. But sometimes the shuffles just don't go your way. And when that happens, you want nothing more than to just start another run right away. I found myself playing for hours, run after run, because it feels so simple to see in hindsight where you went wrong that run. Maybe you ended up with too many curse cards as you chased for more relics. Maybe you attacked an elite for more rewards, thinking you were strong enough instead of going a safer route. When you can tell yourself in your mind, oh, this is where I went wrong, that makes it easier for you to justify to yourself just one more try. The game has a simplicity to it. Simple gameplay that you can do at your own pace. Simple idea of fight your way to the end. Simple mechanics. Play a card to attack, play a card to defend. But the overall strategies in the game can become rather complex. Do I take a curse card for a chance at a relic? Do I take damage in exchange for money knowing I can't heal for 4 more stages? Do I use the high damage card knowing one use will take up most of my energy for that turn? All of these really help make the game feel simple to understand and play, yet makes the game challenging and convinces you to try again after each failed attempt. I honestly wasn't expecting to get sucked into this game this quickly. I wasn't expecting each attempt to feel as different as they do, especially when I pick the same character. I wasn't expecting to spend so much time in non combat sections of the game trying to decide what card to upgrade or if I should buy relics or save my money until the next shop appears. And yet, here I am, unexpectedly hooked into a game that I passed over time and time again as I scroll through my list of available games to play, especially since the game is on Xbox Game Pass. It just makes me wonder what other gems I've been scrolling past when I look for something new to try. If you have any Game Pass recommendations, please let everyone know down below. And if you're interested in another game that I spent way too much of my free time on, be sure to check out my video on Brotato right here.